Hello and welcome back. This is Joseph with Kilt Beard Company. Hope you guys are doing amazing like always. And today we got a little bit of a change for you. We got a discussion with the mustache connoisseur himself, Foxstache. And this should be fun. I'm excited to do this. He jumps into our lives all the time for our Whisker Wednesdays. And he has some questions about beards and whatnot. And honestly, I think many people have these questions. So we thought, let's get him on the airwaves, right? So how you doing there, Foxstache?
I'm doing blessed, extremely blessed today.
Nice. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a mustache competitor. I've been competing for about 3 years now. I've won first place in the Great American Bearded Mustache Championship for my Imperial Mustache back in 2024, and I've done a lot of good things I've been blessed to do. But when I started out, I had no idea what I was doing. Like they don't teach you this stuff. And I came across one of your lives one day, and I started asking questions, and you gave me expert advice, and I've been jumping on all of them ever since.
Nice. Yeah, I think we all grew up, or at least most of us have grown up, in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s with here's a razor, here's some shaving cream, just chop it all off and be a good little boy or something like that, right? So it's been a process, if you will. So you got some questions, right? So how about we just jump right into it?
Okay, now all these questions are questions I started asking you from the get-go. So I'm ready for them.
Okay.
Why grow a beard?
So first of all, you have to be able to grow a beard, right? So if you can't grow a beard, you can't grow a beard. It is what it is. The other thing is growing a beard is a defining feature, I think, of every man that can grow a beard. And that defining feature creates your persona. As you can see, I got a ginger beard here. You got a little ginger going on for the stash yourself there, which looks very nice, by the way.
Thank you. I've actually been styling it with the Garrison hold.
Oh, the Garrison hold, nice.
Yeah, and the reason I like the Garrison hold is because it gives him that fluffy look, but it's still tamed, and it's a great wax for just everyday use. I love it.
Yeah, I call it like the formal wax. Like you're just like you need a little bit more. Like you don't need to be messing with it in front of people like as often. Maybe if you're going through your day to day, you kind of want to show up, but you don't want to show off at the same time. So, but but then you got curly beards. You got beards that are long. You got beards that can do different things as far as styles go. Here at Kilt Beard Company, and we really push heritage, and I believe that like your beard, your facial hair, your look, your persona really echoes like your heritage. Like it's not just you, it's your heritage down the line. And those are just the feel good features. It can also make you look badass too, right? So I mean, honestly, it can make you look badass. So almost like a movie character.
And people tell me all the time, like, oh, I don't have a good beard, or I can't grow a good mustache. The only difference in between a good mustache and beard and a bad mustache and beard is how it makes you feel when you see it in the mirror. That is it.
Yep.
That's it.
But yeah, so just the confidence that I can give you and the kind of the edge it gives you in your day to day, I think can speak volumes in itself. Because if you got a good mental, objective look at yourself and you carry yourself well, it carries over through the rest of your life. And I think a beard can really do that.
Absolutely. So how do I start growing a beard once I decide I want to do that? I want that confidence.
So once again, there's many different beard styles, skin types, things like that. We all have our I would say challenges, our that kind of like gate, or what should I say, the threshold we have to get through. And what I mean by that is some people are just blessed. It just comes out like a chia pet, right? It's everywhere. There's other people that have to work for it. And what I mean by that, they may have skin that is like they have more dead skin that piles up, or they have less sebum and everything like on their skin to give the nourishment that you need for your beard to grow and look magnificent. And so getting into your question, how do I start growing a beard? It's you need what I believe is a good soft washcloth or a bristle brush for the first month. Now, what's that going to do if you just do it once or twice a day? So before you get in the shower, just do a quick little scrub lightly and everything, not hard. This is going to exfoliate your skin so that you can actually have those pores open up and not be clogged up with that dead skin. And then when you get in the shower, hopefully you're using our advanced beard wash. You're going to clean that all out, give the nourishment that it needs. And then when you get out, you can get into all the other products and everything. But it really starts with the basics. You want to have clean skin. You want to make sure that those pores can breathe so it can take in the nutrients that it needs. And also, a side note, I think you need to drink more water too. So, because we're going for nourishment and hydration, moisturization, depending on how you want to use those phrases. And so, how do I start? Me jumping all around there. Exfoliate your face, drink some water, and have good beard products.
Okay, well, where do I get one of those brushes? The
So the board brushes, you can so right now they're sold out at Kilt Beard Company right now, so we got to get more in there. But you can get them from your typical beard company. I recommend a bristles or a boar bristle brush because it's softer, it's more stable, and it's more forgiving on your skin and on your beard, which we're not trying to extract your skin or anything like that. We're just trying to get away all the dead skin there. So people think it's just for styling, but what the underlying thing is that it's really exfoliating your skin so it can breathe more.
That makes sense. And once I get the routine going, I got the washcloth, I got the brush. How long does it take me to grow it?
So this comes down to genetics and et cetera like that. So let's just say in a perfect world, you have the right genetics to grow the type of beard you want. Let's just say that's possible. Now, they say the average, depending on your age. So if you're in your 20s, probably around between 25 and 40 is when you hit your kind of like peak typically for your beard. I know I don't have a gray beard yet. Mine should be white one day. So I'm going to be a Santa Claus one day, more likely. I've been told that gray and white beards tend to grow a lot quicker for some reason. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's thinner. I don't know the case by that. But on average, 25 to 40, 45-year-old male should be able to grow about 6 inches. So you have about 6 inches of beard to play with. And so now we got to put that into motion. So mine here is 11 and a half. So that's about 2 years worth of growth right there. And I've had some trim downs too. And so patience is the first thing. And what I asked most people, and this just happened the other day when I was at one of my favorite stores, talking with a young man, and he said, "So how do I get my beard to be just like yours?" I go, "Well, what's the longest you've tried to grow your beard out?" He's like, "A month and a half." So we, not just because we sell beard products and champion beards, which everybody should champion beards, we believe that you need at least a good year to know what you're working with. And the reason why is because even if you're patchy, those longer hairs can cover those patches. So some people are self-conscious because they say that they have a patchy beard. That's the reason why they don't grow it out. And my friend Dakota, which I think you know quite well here on Kilt Beard Co., he's got some patches in there, but because he's let his grow out, those longer ones cover those patches.
Yeah,
So
I've seen world champions with magnificent beards. And when I see pictures of them when they first start growing out, you never would have thought they could have a beard like that.
right.
But a lot of people, like I know I'm one of them here, before I can get to that year, when I get to like that first month, when I think most people start to shave it off, it starts itching. They're like,
Yep.
why is that? How do I get around that itching?
So the exfoliation is one thing because you have dead skin and irritation going in your pores. When you start having your hairs break through your skin, your follicles break through your skin, they're wanting more sebum or this natural, let's just say serum, if you will, for your beard to grow. Think of it as like a miracle grow for your beard, if that makes any sense. You need a good beard oil because you're drinking more water, your follicles need more water, your skin needs more water, and because they need more of everything, sometimes you need a supplement, and beard oil is usually the supplement that you need for those roots to really flourish.
So how do I cheat with that? How do I get it to flourish faster?
Like I said, it's patience is the one thing, consistency and patience. Now I will say that quality does matter. I know there's some people out there who may be differ on this. We'll say, it's 2026. Most beard oils and beard products are the same now. I completely disagree with that. I do believe that that we've come a long way in, was it like, let's just say 10 years here, like in beard products, right? I think we've come a long way. However, that being said, I do believe the ingredients matter. The more natural, less synthetic being chemicals, put in the lab, fillers and everything in there that can damage your skin. Think of it as depriving a tree of its nutrients. What I'm trying to say is that you're not putting the right nutrients into your skin, or you're not replenishing enough nutrients in your skin for your beard to flourish. And that is what's making it itch. Also, your environment. So the environment plays a big role. So if you're indoors like we are now, to if we're outdoors, windy day, sunny day, summer, you got humidity, etc., like that, to wind, we're battling all these elements on our skin and beards, and we don't even know it. And all these play a role in how quickly and how magnificent your beard will look, is by taking beard oil as a first step to really get to those roots and protect those roots, because what's underneath the skin, it's going to be the tips, right? So that's what we got to focus from the beginning to the end. So
is that how I help my beard to reach its maximal potential, or is there something else I can do with that?
so that is the first step. So, and I'm going to speak towards Kilt Beard Company's products, because we formulated them ourselves. We have thought between each ingredient. So I'm going to speak for our products. And it starts with a good wash that doesn't strip away all the good stuff. So we're trying to create a good ecosystem on our skin. I know there's many companies out there that have stripping agents and a shampoo, conditioner, stripper, beard wash, and maybe something else out there. We just need something that's going to wash away all the dirt and the grime, maintain the ecosystem, and maybe add a little bit to it to kind of spruce it up, if you will. And then when you get out of the shower, lightly pat it off and put some beard oil in it. Doing those things right there, just like working out, lifting weights, etc., like that, doing reps over and over again like that, gets you those gains that you're looking for. But it takes time. Usually in the first month or 2 months, you really don't see this. But using these products, you will see that the itch is gone. So you won't want to shave in the first month or two. Once you get past that 2 or 3 months, all of a sudden you're not itching there. Your beard's nice and soft. It's not coarse. You can start styling it. It's kind of vibrant in its color because it's healthy.
You keep saying beard oil, but like, what is beard oil?
So beard oil is it's a product that has vitamins and minerals, fats, typically from plants, seeds, and or animals, like emu, like oil. We don't do that here, but these are natural ingredients that have been used for 5, 10, 15,000 years all around the world, that people have used for their skin to maintain their skin. Now, combining certain oils together, like for example, we have our Kilted Lumberjack right here. So it's got about 6 oils in here, and we made this for the winter. And it's those oils each play a game where we're trying to give the fats, we're trying to give the vitamins, but also trying to lock in the moisturization of your skin, the water of your skin to the surface. So it can also protect the barrier of your skin. So it's a cross between a protective barrier and a replenishment product for your skin that naturally evaporates. I don't know if I answered that completely great right there. That's not the scientific form. That's just no notes, no research kind of lingo right there for you.
Well, that's what I need to hear. Like, that's what everybody that's getting into it needs to hear. We don't need to hear it because of this formula and this formula and this molecule. We need it in a way that's going to make sense to us, because we're all not experts. Like,
Right.
people are doing this. This is like, this could be why they grow a beard.
Right.
And there's one word I keep hearing a lot: beard butter and beard balm. Let's start with beard balm. What does beard balm do?
So these ones I like to I'll make it very simple, and then you can break it down if you want to. But very simply, a beard balm, it moisturizes, styles, and protects the outer layer of your beard to your skin. So think of it as protecting the canopy of your beard, because your beard doesn't start for what you see. It starts under your skin, which is the beard oil. So beard oil for the roots, and then beard balm for the top or the canopy here. It protects it all. It kind of locks everything in and protects the beard from the environment outside, wind, dust, etc., like that. Then you have butter. Butter does not have wax in it typically. Some people put small amounts of wax in there for stability reasons. But if they just put a little bit more butter in there, they'd be okay. But anyways, that's just me sidetracking. Butter is a deep conditioning agent. It's filled with a lot of fats and a combination of carrier oils like a beard oil has. But usually, at least with Kilt Beard Co., we target those oils to do a specific thing, as in work in conjunction with the beard oil, and then being able to seal in with the butter, because it's a solid that goes to a liquid when you rub it in your hands and apply it, then it goes back to a solid. So it's a lighter shell, but what it does is it pulls all the moisture to the top of your skin in conjunction with the oil to nourish your skin without having your skin and your beard be all dehydrated. So that's just the summary of it right there, what those two are right there.
Okay, so beard oil is for my skin, and the balm and the butter is for the hair itself.
Correct.
The-
Some people would say that when it gets to your skin, it locks in the oils, but that's I think the more reasonable way of saying it, because you want to protect, like this part down here. Beard oil is not really going to protect down here, but when you put the fats on here, it's going to actually protect those tips, because you still can get split ends if you drink water and have a beard oil in. Because if you're outside all the time and it's windy outside, like I know the East Coast, still all the snow this winter, but all that wind is evaporating and creating split ends on people's beards because they don't have a good balm or butter that's coating those follicles so that they're staying healthy.
Yeah, because I've worked with a lot of people, a lot of men that keep saying they can't get their beard to grow, that they hit terminal length, which I know you know that's as far as your beard will grow, and it's only this far. And it turns out they're just not taking care of it. And it's not that it stops growing, it's getting split ends, it's just breaking off.
Right.
So that would be how to fix that, right?
Right. And if you get split ends, all you can do is just trim the split ends down and just move on from there. I usually go down about half an inch from the actual split end, and then just apply more or start using beard products. There's no crying over spilt milk. It already happened. You just got to move forward. Yeah. Like I don't want to get in the weeds of split ends and everything, but yeah, for the basics of everything, balm and butter for deep conditioning. Balm, I would like to use more probably when I'm outside for more than 4 to 5 hours in the elements. I would prefer to use balm just because that beeswax in there has properties that kind of creates a catacomb, if you want to, for your beard to be protected.
Well, since you brought up wax, I gotta ask you, like, what is the purpose of mustache wax?
So I will be completely honest with you. I can't give you the scientific thing, but I would say it's similar to like a balm. You want to moisturize it, hopefully. I know a lot of people want to be in competitions and style it and everything like that, but you also want it to look good too. So you want to use good products, just like beard products themselves. The purpose of like mustache wax is to get it out of your mouth. Really, I mean that's the first thing, because you don't want to. I mean, I'm sure you've had enough food encounters with that thing. But the other thing is that it's another way to express, another way of expressing yourself. Like I don't have a amazing stash yet. I'm working on that. I'm growing it out. I'm like, honestly, for me, I'm lazy on that part right there, just to be completely honest. I think I can grow a good one out because I'm full here and I probably could do something. It's just that I don't have the time and effort. So I tell people a stash is commitment, and I commend you on your stash because that's a commitment. Because like a beard, you can kind of get away a day or two if you want to and maybe not do nothing with it. But a stash, it makes you know that you can't not do anything to it because it's going to be in your mouth. It's going to be everywhere. So it's a commitment when it comes to a stash. And I also would say a beard that is well maintained and a stash that is well maintained also can speak upon the character of the person. They have commitment. They maintain things. They have structure in their life, to at least to an extent on all those right there. So I think that they get a bad rap, at least 10 plus years ago, that they'd say that you were lazy. If you had a beard, you were lazy. Well, I know a lot of famous people like Abraham Lincoln and other Grant and like people of significance that grew beards, and they were pretty magnificent. There's some icons today, like in movies, etc., like that have a facial hair, but it does show commitment because you have to do it every day. It does show structure, and it does create an expression and confidence for you to just basically go through life on your own terms is the way I look at it.
Yeah,
And what's your thoughts? And no, what's your thoughts? Because you have more experience than I do with the mustache.
this is something I didn't know until I've been having this on the mustache for about a year or so. So mustache wax like this with the ingredients you put in here, it's actually really good for your mustache, especially if you're out in the wind, you're going swimming. Like if you're going to a pool with a mustache, you need mustache wax. Not just because it keeps the water out, but it keeps the chlorine out. It does a good job of protecting from the elements. And the ingredients y'all use are good for the hairs. So it does trap in all the good stuff, and it helps it to grow and get you a better mustache. And I know y'all make 3 different strengths of waxes.
Right.
And all those strengths, I've noticed, are really good for different mustache styles. And if you're new to waxing, I would suggest you get all 3 of them in the Trident just to figure out what you need. And the rule of thumb is the lighter the wax, the smaller the mustache, or the more fluffy the look.
Okay. I never thought of it that way.
So once I got this mustache wax in my mustache and I got my beard, my balm, and it's the end of the day, I want to get a shower, I can just use my regular head shampoo on my beard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
No,
how do I wash my beard?
So a shampoo, body wash, what have you, are meant to strip the dirt, everything away. It's kind of like the nuclear option for your hair and skin, basically. I'm not gonna say it's bad. It's just is what it is. Now there are products out there that are less harsh, but particularly your mustache and your beard, it has a lower pH. I believe it's like a 4.25 to like a 6.25. Let's just say that's what it is. Where most washes and shampoos and conditioners have an 8 to 14 pH. So once again, it goes back to what's that one question, how long does it take to grow a beard and how do I start and everything? That may be just the one thing that holds most beards back from flourishing, is because they are not using a good wash, because we use it every day to every other day. And if you continually strip away all that bad stuff or all the good stuff with all that harsh chemical, you're basically always starting at zero, or you're handicapping your beard or your stash. If that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense. So that's something else I wish somebody would have told me earlier.
Right.
Yeah. I even had my lip go numb because I used my wife's shampoo. She used some special fancy shampoo. And I'm like, this ain't right. This ain't right.
Right.
So,
but yeah, but that's the biggest thing right there. Like even people with pretty long beards, I would say if you're starting to hit roadblocks, if you just check and say, hey, what kind of wash am I using? Is it a harsh wash or shampoo or a body wash? If you just, for example, and I'm talking about our products, I know because this is our show, but just our advanced wash, it has a pH of 4.85 to 5, which is just in the middle, perfect for not doing damage, but also at the same time nourishing your skin and beard. And we've had people who've made those changes, and tell you the truth, our bodies don't like it when you put healthy stuff on in America, because we eat and use so many crappy products overall, that when you start using something good, it's going to start, retaliating against you. And once you can get past that, and retaliating against you, meaning like you're going to think that, have you ever used a natural deodorant before?
I don't know what?
A natural deodorant before?
Yes, I have, and I love natural deodorant.
So is there like an acclimation period between going from a commercial deodorant to a natural one like that?
There was a short one.
So it's the same thing. So it's the same thing going from a shampoo or a body wash and then going to a natural beard wash to your skin. You're gonna feel like, oh, I got clogged pores or this or that. If you skip past that little barrier of your skin being like, why are you giving me something new that I don't understand? And then all of a sudden it starts to open up to it, and you're like, give me more, So that's kind of what it takes. I think it's like when we made our advanced wash, we realized that technically, I'm not telling people not to use beard oil, but that was the very base of having a good, healthy skin. To have a healthy beard was having a good wash. And I recommend to everybody, use our product or not, that having a good wash with a low pH and the least amount of synthetics or chemicals in there is going to help you have those beard gains that you're looking for. So
Yeah, because if women have 50 different bottles of shampoo, we need at least one for our face. I mean, it's fair.
right. Well, women have, I think my wife has got like 3 or 4 things for her face. And like the guys just need one, we only need one. So,
So speaking of the hair on the face and the hair on the head, so
Mhm.
we have a reddish tint to our beard, which is awesome. But different hair types, as far as like facial hair goes, require different products, or is it universal?
I think I would say for the most part, to me, and what I have discovered in real life and not in people's opinions in literature and speaking to customers and not what, quote unquote what they call it, like influencers. My opinion is that if you think that your beard is itchy, you're not getting enough moisturization, you need a higher viscosity of a beard oil, for example. Um, and colder weather. Everybody should have a thicker viscosity for the oil when it comes to cold weather. So judging by that, if you have a medium viscosity, I think everybody can do that. And what I mean by that, it's just the thickness of the oil itself. How long that maintains, carries, and stays on your skin. Because sometimes those kind of beards, like my ginger beard, sucks in a lot of nutrients a lot. There's some that produce a lot of sebum. I talked to some people who are like from the Middle East or Greek that tend to have just flourishing beards. Like you just need like touch-ups. They don't need like the thick oils, like they can have thinner oils. I think when it comes to that, there's a difference. Now, when it comes to a wash, like we just spoke about, a butter, a balm, and soon to be released a night watch product, I think that those are all universal. So getting down to the oil, I think it does depend for longevity of the product to last on your skin and beard. I think it does matter. But for those other products, I don't think it matters.
Okay. I'm glad you clarified what that word meant, because I was going to ask you, because I so we went over, you wash it, oil, and butter or balm. So
Right.
what would like a solid beard care routine be?
So, and because we're recording this now, we have changed our language here at Kilt Beard Co. Our language is now a daily routine and a night routine. So a daily routine would be to protect your beard. Daily routine protects your beard. So that's the oil or wash, oil, balm, and or butter. A daily butter and a daily balm. Those are meant to basically protect against all those environments that we encounter as men in a general way. It doesn't even matter if you're in an office or if you're a weekend warrior or if you're that person on the front line all the time. You need those products to protect your skin and beard during the day. And now we're coming out with Night Watch beard serum and our beard butter, which are meant for recovery. Something that's been overlooked, I think, in the beard community for a long time. They would say just use beard oil and beard butter to help your beard look better or to be softer or more moisturized. And I would say the same thing too until about 6 months ago that there were some products that were coming out on the market, and I'm not going to get a tangent on that, but it really started having us think about here. It really started having us think about what does a full beard routine look like, a 360 approach. And what we realize is that, we're the current products out here protect all the time, but there's not much of a recovery for your skin and beard. And this Night Watch product that we're coming out with here recovers your skin and beard. The butter is the same ratio of butter, but way different oils. The oils work with the serum to create this kind of bond that works all night. Funny thing that a person will see the first time using the serum and butter together, two things. One, they can comb out their beard, even my long curly beard, probably 80% or better with not snagging it, which is crazy for most people. And then when you go to sleep, and I'm not going to get into sleep routines, what sleep does to your beard right here, But when you wake up, sometimes before the serum, my beard was everywhere. Like, I mean, I was picking it out of everywhere. Now I can wake up. I can literally wake up, go like this. I can go off my day. I don't have to put any beard products in if I didn't want to. Because it's all healthy, it's moisturized, and it's recovered from the day before. So it's a game changer, and it's a paradigm shift in how we think of beard care. And we're all here for it to make everybody better. But to go back to your question, it's daily protection and nightly recovery, which is the ultimate care for your skin and beard.
Okay, I think you tried to pull a fast one on me. You added serum to that one. So what is a serum and what's it do?
So serum, the best way I like to explain the serum is a deeper penetration than even beard oil with a stick is not the right word. That's the word I'm using right now. It stays around a lot longer on the top of the surface of your skin, and it has certain ingredients that have been used for thousands of years, Native Americans all around the world, that actually help rejuvenate, regenerate, recover cells, cuts, wounds, etc., like that. So that basically it's doing exactly what we're saying. It's starting the recovery phase of your actual skin at a top and deeper level than a beard oil would be. And we make that distinction between the serum and the oil being protection, serum being recovery from all the exposures that you get from the environment around you.
So
does that make sense?
It makes a lot of sense. So we went through all these products. Why not just get them from a store versus a small batch company like Kilt?
So there's a lot more TLC going on in a small batch, for one thing. There's a lot more heart and soul that goes into it, I would believe. I would say many in-store companies that are there now were just in the beard game to begin with. So they have the name recognition to be in the store just because of name recognition. There are actually some that are actually good. I'd say for a good starter, if you're 25 years old and you're really on a budget, there's a couple brands out there. I'd be like, hey, you know what? This is a budget brand. That's not going to wreck you. But once you get the financials and you got the opportunity to, invest in some really good, fine products like Kilt Beard Company, then you can make that next step so that you're at least getting into the habits of doing the care for your skin and beard instead of waiting, until you're 35 and be like, hey, now I'm going to use some really good products. You're kind of sidestepping what you could have been doing 10 years ago. In-store products also, I mean, they have to make their margins. It's a really cutthroat business when it comes to any product going into a store in a brick and mortar. And I know I'm taking more onto the business side of things on this here, but when you go to a small batch, a person has put a lot of TLC in there. Most of the time, those products are fresher. They don't go from a country to a factory to a truck or a plane to inside of a store and sit on the shelf for many months sometimes. Usually they can be made same day to order or less than 6 months. And they've been in a quality controlled area the whole time. Like I know everything at Kilt Beard Co. I know where everything has come from. I know how everything has been taken care of to the high standard that we do around here. And I think that's
so.
Okay.
Would this be a fair assessment or a fair comparison? Some, not all, but some big things you can go get at like the stores we all know about, the chains we all know about, those big stores. Would that be like going there to get stuff in like processed fast food versus small business being like grandma's kitchen? Would that be fair?
I think that's a better way of looking at it. Yes. A price thing for many people. And that price part, they haven't connected how, there you go. People have not connected beard products as a health product. There you go. And taking care of your skin and your beard is a health choice. And I would say when you go to a small batch company that you're typically going to get a better product because there's more significant ingredients in there than a synthetic blend that is in a brick and mortar, for example.
Okay, see, I've had wonderful experience with small business, not just the beer community, but everything. Small business seems to be the best business. But okay, so there's one thing I keep hearing you say in your lives is
Yeah.
EO. So what is EO and why is it important?
So it starts out with essential oils, and then there's tiers of EOs, or natural smelling oils, if you want to call it that. So there's EOs, essential oils. There's absolutes. There's CO2s, and there's cold presses. There's a whole bunch of different ways to naturally extract these oils from nature that create these amazing scents that also create an aromatherapy of a sort, which also can lift your mood, your confidence, etc., like that. Also creates I can't think of what I'm trying to say. Like our Dapper Gentleman, it's got 5 aphrodisiacs in there, so it's not necessarily for you. It's for the other person out there, right? So they also can have that kind of power, if you will, to the world, like in general. So EOs are natural from nature, with little um, processing as possible, and they're not made in the lab with any chemicals or synthetics or anything like that. They're just natural from nature, and they create a beautiful scent. Two examples would be one that I like to work with is a vetiver. Vetiver is a good earthy, grounded like scent for a man, I think. Another one that's really popular for us is birch. So we have Highlands, which is cherry pine and birch. The birch itself is very unique, but I've had people actually from Scotland say that that scent reminds them of Scotland. So big pat on the back on that one. But yeah, they are naturally in nature with little processing, and they're blended into a scent that creates a very nice aroma that typically only lasts between 2 to 8 hours. There's also a tier, like you got your tops, you got your base, or middle and top, middle and base. The base ones are gonna be around a little bit longer because they're heavier oils, or they're extracted from like bark or roots, things like that. Like a citrus scent, those are gonna probably evaporate a lot quicker. Speaking of evaporation, essential oils and natural oils are naturally supposed to evaporate, so they're not supposed to be there forever. And I know there are companies out there that scent is everything. And by accident, the other day, I came up with an analogy that scent is the paint on the car, but the oils is like what's underneath the hood. And if you want beard health starts underneath the hood. That scent is just extra. Uh, but yeah, so that's EOs in a very big walnut nutshell right there.
I think that's a great analogy. I was looking for an analogy. So there are a lot of small business out there. I know if I get small batch companies, if I get on Google and I type in small batch beard companies, there's going to be hundreds of them.
Right.
Why? Why Kilt?
Why Kilt Beer Company? We're asked that often, and I think it's changed many times. But what it comes down to, Kilt Beer Company focuses on high standards of having meaningful ingredients that actually fit into the bearded man's lifestyle or mustache man's lifestyle that actually produces results. Where our stuff really smells great, in my opinion, and many other people's opinion. It's what's underneath the hood that counts. We have all natural and organic ingredients. So as close to nature you can be and have the maximum of benefits that you're looking for is what we're going for. And Kilt Beer Company lays on our heritage and our champion. I'll say a championship. Champion the bearded man to progress and look amazing and move on with confidence. Uh, I know there could be some kind of lingo out there for some people, but really we want you to have the best beard and mustache experience possible. And we do that with optimal ingredients, with superb support. And that's what I think we shine right there. We have a good story when it comes to Scottish, American heritage, and veteran heritage and everything too. But at the very base of it, we want you to feel and look amazing.
Okay. All right. That sounds like a good reason to go with Kilt. So we went over these products. We know how to use them now. This is a lot of information. But how do I find them? Like, how do I get some of that oils and that butters or that night serum you were talking about? How do I actually get my hands on that?
So the night serum will, if I get this edited quick enough, it'll be the night serum will be available next week. But you can head over to kiltbeardcompany.com. There is a bunch of information on there. We updated some things where you'll see the Kilt standard up there now, how we conduct ourselves as a beard company and how we go about our products, et cetera, like that. There's even a beard quiz in there. So if you ask yourself, if you're starting brand new to an experienced beardsman and you're trying to figure out, where you're falling short, or you just want to pick up where you left off, you can find the right product for yourself there also. We also have an extensive ingredient list, so you know what the ingredients are. So we don't hide our ingredients. We show all of our ingredients on our packages, which is honestly not normal in the beard world. We believe that transparency is a tattoo you should have on your shoulder when it comes to these type of products. And that's one other reason why Kilt Beard Company kind of shines above the rest right there too, because we'll tell you what's in our scents. We'll tell you what's in our carrier oil. It's nearly impossible to duplicate these things because the ratios are paper thin sometimes to create a scent, et cetera, like that. But the transparency part is very important to us. And on every label, you'll see what is in that product and you know what's going on in your face.
Okay. And let's say let's start this whole thing over again. Like, I'm brand new to the community again. I got all these questions again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there's some questions some people have that I haven't thought of. Can I just find you on Instagram on a live and just start shooting off beard questions?
Yeah. For one thing, join us Whisker Wednesdays. Right now, as we're taping this right here, 8 p.m. Mountain Digital Time. We're live for an hour and a half, depends on how long that goes for. We're looking to do more lives on YouTube here eventually. But we're very responsive. We respond probably within an hour on Instagram or Facebook if you have any questions. Or you can go through our store and email us through the contact us there also at kiltbeardcompany.com. And sometimes we go through in depth and curate a beard routine just for you. So we're here to help you guys, give you as much knowledge as we know. If we don't know something, we're not going to tell you something. So being around for 3 years now and having a beard since junior high, I've had like a facial hair, got a lot of experience in beards and like interacting with customers and my own beard in general. I think we have a good wealth of knowledge that we can give the community.
Okay, man. I know I've taken up a lot of your time asking these questions. I got one more, and I'll let you go for the rest of the day.
Nope. I got questions for you too. So, but you can finish your question real quick.
I'll save mine for I want my question, the bonus question, to be the last question.
Okay, so here at Kilt Beard Company, it's been a year, and we're jumping back on this YouTube stuff here. Stuff meaning we're just doing YouTube more now. And we used to do what this beard style says about you. And since you are the mustache connoisseur, I got some questions for you. So first off, we have Charlie Chaplin.
Okay.
What does his mustache say about him?
What does it say about him, or what does it say about someone that has it now?
Somebody who has his type of mustache, what does it say about them?
Historically, the toothbrush mustache got ruined. It means hide your kid, lock your doors, don't let you judge about politics.
So we got a few more here for you. So Gomez, Adams from the Adams family. So Gomez Adams, what do you say about his mustache?
If you see somebody nowadays with a pencil thin mustache, they might not have a lot of money. They might not have a mansion in the hills, but they're going to tell you they do. Like it.
So do you think that is done on purpose, or is that just what they are working with?
It's on purpose. I've met plenty of people rocking them, great people, but it's like the last thing I want to do is talk to them about somebody else's mustache, because if it makes you feel good, you rock it, But it's right. Like, I've asked one dude, like, is that a false eyelash on your lip, man? I don't know what you're doing. It's like he missed it by shaving and just went with it. But if that's him, I support it.
The air's so dry here. Oh man. So how about, and I'm probably saying his name wrong. I think it's Grucho or Groco. Marks. How about his?
I like the chevron like that.
Okay.
In the South, if you see a guy with a chevron like that, they're working on the truck, they're going hunting, they're fishing, they're a man's man, and they're probably going to give you a ticket after they pull you over.
Okay, here's a side curveball, I guess you'd call it. The Pringles guy. The logo for Pringles.
That is a cool dude. You need to hang around with him, especially if it's red. Yeah, I love the Pringles mustache. I think that's an imperial. That is a wonderful imperial mustache. Every time I see somebody like that, they have been cool, they have been down to earth, and they have been solid men. Every time I met a man with a mustache like that, he was sick of my crap before my crap even got started.
How about Hulk Hogan? Hulk Hogan.
If you have a Hulk Hogan mustache in 2026, it's time for you to hang it up. Like, you hit probably too bad to be on that motorcycle. Like, we get it. You're a badass, but it's probably time to trade that in for something a little less dangerous.
So we go from Hulk Hogan. How about Salvador Dali?
So remember when I said that the people of the Imperial are down to earth, cool people?
Mm-hmm. You're like, no.
I can't say that about Dali people at all. No, weird for the sake of weird. And I married the goth wife, so that's a lot coming from me.
How about Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck. Be prepared to hear a bunch of World War II facts you didn't care about. We'll tell you all about these IPAs. IPA
Yosemite Sam.
The coolest mustache ever. Like that. Every time I see him, I think like Dad. Like that is the goal of a mustache guy right there.
Right.
with a matching eyebrows, just rooting and tooting.
Just spitting, just say whatever you want. Because you can. Yeah.
Yeah. If you see a dude with a mustache that thick and hanging down that low, don't mess with that guy. Because he wants to tell him back, and he's brought his mustache with him.
Well, that's all I got for all those questions. Yeah, no, we just like doing that because honestly, people look at these and they like the comedy of it all, and sometimes they want to know what kind of stash or beard style they should do. And what I always tell people is like, go out there and look at actors, famous people, etc., like that, and see if that style matches your a persona, who you want to be perceived like amongst the public. And this is not scientific, everybody. Probably most of these people are great people or something like that. But, sometimes the way you look is the way people perceive you. So just understand that,
Yeah, like I know, like, these are just jokes. I haven't met a mustache I didn't like. Even like the best mustache I've ever seen. It was this high school kid that had like 7 hairs, but he was so proud of those 7 hairs. I'm like, that is awesome. That is how you do it. But the way I look, covered in tattoos, driving a hearse, my mustache, I give off a perception that isn't true at all.
Right.
Like, we are a very religious family, and you could not tell by looking at it. But I did have one very important question for you.
Oh boy, I was ready for this one.
Not been able to ask on a live, so I had to ask you like this, like a face-to-face thing.
Okay.
What is that phrase you say at the end of every live on Instagram?
Defy ordinary, be kiltatious.
There we go. I love hearing that.
Well, thanks, Foxdash. Thanks for jumping on and asking some of these questions that are actually on everybody's minds. And thanks for having a little fun there with the mustache. Real, if you want to call it that, what your mustache says about you. And hope you and your family are well. And we'll see you on the next live.
All right. I appreciate you having me on. I appreciate you answering these questions.
Cool. Have a good one.